Welcome to My Startup TV. I'm Major Sunilshetty. We are at the India Startup Festival 2023, day 2, and I have two lovely guests with me from the London Chamber of Industry, Commerce and Industry, Martha and also Altaf. So welcome to the show.
Thank you very much.
Let's start with you. Tell us about London Chamber of Commerce and Industry.
Thank you very much. We are so happy to be here. It's such a tremendous opportunity, really, to be part of the Startup Festival. So, first of all, thank you for the opportunity to come to India. So, at the London Chamber of Commerce, we are there to connect, to support businesses. Business representing London, the global London as a gateway to the UK, and working with our members. And also working with members who are not just in London, but actually overseas, and hence the importance of this festival. With us here is Altaf. He represents one of our member companies. We are here at the festival with 12 other members, and we're here really to connect businesses.
So, Altaf, as a member company, could you throw some light on how it benefited you, for the benefit of others out there, to get a step into the UK market?
Absolutely. Well, thank you very much, Major Sunilshetty. I think it's a privilege to represent the voice of the customer, because when you're new in London, especially businesses like ours, we've only moved into London a couple of years ago. There's so much of the London infrastructure that is available to those who know where it is available, that you could end up spending years and not knowing what's available next to you. And it's a melting pot that offers every connection, every meaningful conversation, all in one place, while not just giving you the ability to find like-minded people, investors, talents, all in one place, but also puts together a curated set of events throughout the year. We get the privilege of experiencing 200 plus events online, in person, where you don't need to know the who's who, because they all know London Chamber of Commerce and want to deal with them. We have the privilege of being spoiled by the Chamber of Commerce, and it accelerates your business, it accelerates your reach, it takes your outreach and multiplies it, where others are trying to add. Our relationship in the past with other accelerators has been an addition. If anything, with London Chamber of Commerce, it's more of a multiplication equation.
Well, that's a lot, a lot to say about the work you're doing, right? So, is there any particular specific areas that you're looking at to engage with, or it's a wide open space where any sector, any industry could associate with?
Sure, of course. So, as a chamber, we serve all customers or all types of businesses, SMEs, startups, but also big companies. And here specifically, the Startup Festival obviously is so important because we know that SMEs and startups are really the lifeblood of an economy, or of any economy, really, and especially in India, but in the UK as well. So there is this very close connection in terms of just putting businesses together and giving those businesses a voice, access to the right type of support, the services that they need.
So, Altaf, could you start with, share that one moment where you thought, wow, this couldn't have happened if Chamber did not, back me up as support?
Absolutely. So, I've been now in this world of consulting without consultants for nearly a decade. We moved into the UK and we got instant recognition, instant love and admiration from the world of business. And we suddenly saw a transient economy of startups that were no longer, at the struggle state of startup. They were all successful, established businesses where they're available and accessible in the busy life of what London has to offer, but unknown to us. And they all tend to use the London Chamber of Commerce as a watering hole. And in the 2 years that we've been in the UK, I've acquired 12 businesses, of which 7 have happened after having joined London Chamber of Commerce over a period of just 2 months, as opposed to the remaining taking nearly 18 months to take place. So for us, just the number of interested people that are looking to find the right kind of connections available all in one place is just phenomenal. And it's not happened once, it happens every single time I go there. So if anything, I'm a fan, and it's a privilege to be traveling with the celebrities that I'm a fan of. And it is such a diverse set of services that are available. It's not just businesses like us that have traveled from London. There are businesses from outside that are part of this, that are benefiting from this. It's an infrastructure and an ecosystem in its own that's available, where today there are other things we're working on. We're not just working on the startup infrastructure. London is known for the scale-up hub of the world. It has that scale-up infrastructure as well. And that is something that you cannot tap into unless you know the game makers and the game changers, which is what the lovely team of London Chamber of Commerce is.
Well, that's the second thumbs up Altaf has given to the chamber.
Thank you.
So, for the benefit of the people out there, viewers out there, could you just quickly take us through the point form as what is the process to be part of the chambers?
Yeah, so it's very easy. In fact, we actually even have a special offer for those businesses that are not based in London, that are based overseas, don't have an address in the UK, but want to just visit London as a business and understand London better, the London ecosystem. So it's as easy as just literally scanning the QR code, and just signing up, and it's a very good value as well. And that's available to anybody really. And through this, they gain a variety of services. We will work with them to look at, what is it that they need, the specific industry that they are after. There is, when they come to London, there is a very lovely office, a meeting space that they can use where they can invite their clients, our potential clients, just to sit down and have a coffee, like similar as here really, and just engage. So all these services are there and many more.
So for Indian startups and the UK-based startups, especially London-based startup, is there a service where you kind of help them in matchmaking?
Yes, absolutely. Again, this is our role. We are the connector. So we do try to matchmake either through just simply the events, which are always very busy. It's great. It's a great buzz, a great connecting opportunity, either through events where businesses just simply, talk to each other and they start doing business, or where there a little bit more help is needed. We will do the research. We will have a look at our membership database and see, okay, well, you're interested in this particular segment. Here are members who are doing the same thing. Who are looking for example, for an investor, or who are looking, to connect with another startup because they might be an investor themselves. And this is how we connect them.
So could you throw some light on the?
I'd love to show you how that happens as well. So we have a LinkedIn of our own by LCCI that we tend to use. We have connections where we can make, direct connections with investors. We can connect with other members as well. There are various platforms, various organizations that come together. There are connectors, events that take place. All of that is a closed door LinkedIn sort of environment that's available to users, and we're able to benefit from this. So Martha is a little too modest, I think. She's not really, but the fact is, there is every infrastructure support that you can imagine. Not just the set of offices that you can use at the Chamber of Commerce. They've got a string of hotels across London that we use for free to use for meeting rooms. And I have not paid a single pound since I've joined the London Chamber of Commerce for a single coffee in London City, because there's always a venue somewhere, a 5-star hotel or an office with a nice office that is kept available for us so that we can use the facility. All thanks to...
So that's the third thumbs up.
I should actually just give the platform to Altaf.
So,
he's the best testimonial.
No, from a user standpoint, or the people who are aspiring to connect with the chambers, coming from somebody who's using the service, kind of makes more sense. So. I just lost out on my thought.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
No. We'll edit it anyway.
Sure.
So, going forward, you talked about the sectors that of interest. Could you throw some light on what are those sectors, probably your first 5 ones, or top 3 ones, which you're interested in?
Sure. Well, there are several, really, because, London being such a metropolitan city, such a global city, we do cover so many different sectors. But just to mention a few, obviously, finance, professional services, this is one big sector. There is Fintech, for example. London is very much a capital of Fintech. but life sciences as well. We have a very vibrant property group as well. But I should also mention our business groups, which are cross industry. So, for example, we've got the Asian Business Association within the London Chamber, and this is where many companies, interested in India, also meet. And this is where not just the connections happen, but also the learning happens, because that's where the exchange of knowledge, can take place.
There might be companies or startups that may not need not really move to London. They might be still based out of India and work. So in that case, what kind of service they can use?
Yes, so this is our overseas visitors membership. This is the package that I mentioned to you. Again, this is specifically for companies that are not based in the UK, that are based outside, but they are looking to do business in London. So it means that they might not be coming to London. That's fine. We will support them. But if they are coming to London and they want to have meetings in London, they can use that membership with all the services that it offers.
Finally, I know you have to go for a meeting, so another session. Investor Connect, especially for people based in the UK, to connect them to Indian startups. Is that service that you do? If yes, if you can share instead of service.
Yes, absolutely. Again, this is very much also through membership itself, because many of our members are investors. And we've been talking to Altaf. He started off with one company coming to London, and he's invested in a number of other startups. So this happens organically amongst the others, but also we do have very good connections with the City of London, being based in the City of London. So the whole network of big banks, legal firms, and so on, consultants.
Let me ask Altaf now. What's your takeaway from the India Startup Festival? What did you feel about it?
I have been exposed to the Indian Startup Festival from last year, because I've invested in the winner from last year, which is Emilio. And at that point, we had only heard of the big debacle that had taken place last year. There was a big Indian Startup Festival that went bust. Lots of people lost lots of money, and we were very skeptical about where this goes. But we saw it happen the first year. We found a gemstone of a business that we invested in. And this year, when we got the opportunity, when the founder of ISF came over to London, we got the opportunity to host him and have conversations with him. It was, very surreal to see, because I'm Indian by origin, and I love my country. To get to experience an opportunity where I get to represent London back home was phenomenal. And just to see the size and the girth and the impact of this show is just great. Frankly speaking, Major Sahab, I've actually come here shopping, looking for my next set of investments. Have I found them? I can't tell you.
Definitely, I understand that.
But thank you very much. I've been following your work. I've seen your crew going around. I've done, a bit brief of what is it that you're doing. I think founders of startups don't have a voice because of the Shark Tanks of the world that give all of the voice and power to the voice of the investor. Thank you for giving a voice and power back into the hand of the founders. They need help, and I think you're doing a great service.
Thank you very much. So, Martha, what about you? About the event?
Well, I'm really absolutely amazed at the enthusiasm that is here, the potential, the opportunities, and really the sheer outgoing of those companies, really wanting to connect and move ahead. It's just a real entrepreneurial spirit, and I think this is what this event stands for, and that's why everybody really should come here.
Finally, My Startup TV as a media house, we're dedicated to startups.
Right.
All the four verticals, be it the OTT, be it the podcast or magazine. What are your thoughts about it?
Well, obviously you have great followers, so I would very much recommend anybody who wants to learn more about startups and the whole startup ecosystem, they should definitely tune in.
Thank you. Thank you.
No, thank you very much.
About the startup ecosystem, subscribe to My Startup TV.